Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm bringing you a drawing of one of the most popular, if not the most popular, female video game characters of all time, namely Lara Croft. This particular woman has had a strong impact on both the video games and the feature films industry, and more importantly, on real people. She first appeared in 1996 in the video game Tomb Raider, and was created by Toby Gard during his employment at Core Design, a British company. From that point onwards, she gained a pretty huge following. During her evolution, she became the target for feature films, cartoons, merchandise manufacturers like toys and whatever, accessory manufacturers like sports apparel and all the stuff she usually has with her on her adventures, knives, clothes, etc. And she was also made into action figures, toys, various collectibles, a lot of merchandise. But in my opinion, the most outstanding achievement are reaching the status of a sex symbol, strangely enough, being one of the first video game characters in the industry to reach this status, and also being one of the first characters to be adapted to a film. Later on, she became a common appearance in music videos and, amusingly enough, as a spokesmodel. But her image has stirred quite a bit of controversy with the film critics because they claim that her unusually curvy appearance was a bad example for young girls in that time. So it was the 90s, early 2000s, and people were a bit more closed-minded back then. But come on, I mean, Pamela Anderson, so many women looked like her and behaved much, much worse. At least she was one of the good guys. And there were plenty of bad examples for teens and children. So I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, it seems kind of redundant being so offended by the appearance of a fictional character when there were like porn games out there and various games that had naked women in them. So yeah, I think it's just people being kind of closed-minded. Anyway, a bit about the character itself. There's like no official biography. It's only what was written in game manuals, from what I've read. So apparently, she was born in Wimbledon, London. Wimbledon. It's so weird saying that. As the daughter of Lord Richard Croft. She came from a very wealthy family, and she attended a Scottish boarding school and later on a Swiss school. After a plane crash, she was left stranded in the mountains of Himalaya for a period of 2 weeks, I think it was. And after that experience, she decided to turn her back on her former life and become an adventurer, traveling the world in search of thrills, artifacts. She was also a thief, a mercenary, and a hunter, apparently. Her father later disappeared in search of her mother, who had also disappeared after Lara had found this sword-like artifact, and she messed with it, and that caused her mother to somehow disappear. I'm not sure exactly how it was, but that's what I found out. So all in all, I mean, the people that made this character, they had a pretty good mindset of what to do with it. She's very intelligent, she's very skilled at fighting, she's very like educated, so she's a pretty good example, in my opinion, if you were to look at it from that point of view. The fact that she was, at some point, one of the bad guys, sort of, since she used to be a thief of precious artifacts, is not the best feature ever, but it can be overlooked considering. But for those of you that still aren't familiar with it, she was played by Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. And I found, while reading the article, I found it funny that they actually had considered Pamela Anderson for the role of all people. I mean, no offense for Pam, but gosh, her time it's not her time, I think. So I think Angelina was pretty good in the role. Apparently, she had sustained a lot of injuries while training for this role, and she insisted on doing her own stunts. So there was no stunt double for Angelina during the movie, and that's a major deal for an actor because most of them just pussy out and they have stunt doubles. But the ones that don't, big props to Angelina. She has balls of steel. because there were a lot of stunts during that movie. I've seen it a long time ago, and it was pretty crazy. But anyway, a little bit about the drawing. I decided to make another female figure again because I said I would practice it, and I was really upset by my last drawing where the face didn't quite turn out that well. And there were people complaining about the belly button, even though it was obviously there. But I guess more people need glasses than what I thought. Anyway, her belly button is pretty visible right now, so I'm sure there won't be any complaints about that. But as always, I have a dirty mind, and I decided to go with a very slutty look. As you can see, she is pressing down on her assets with her pistols. So I'm sorry if you're feeling offended by it, but I really don't care, because, you know, it's a girl and she's supposed to be hot, and this only amplifies that, so why the hell not? Right there I'm using a piece of vellum to trace the face and get an idea before I go down on it. Go down on it before I start drawing it with the pencil, because as I've said, this is very hard to erase, and despite that I managed to screw it up anyway. So I'm gonna be erasing her right eye, or her left eye, in a minute there. But I didn't go very heavy on the features on the face here because you know, womanly features are supposed to be soft and all that junk. So I didn't go heavy on the shading, and there's not much to her actually. You know, there's not much when you're drawing her. She's usually pretty naked. So unlike other female characters, she doesn't have a lot of armor. She doesn't have a lot of stuff on her. Usually she just has that belt with holsters and like a water can, I think it is, or a kit of some sort, and a backpack. So that's about it. And for those of you that are gonna whine about the clothes, I don't care. I like the clothes that I picked. She's gone through a lot of revamps along the years, because at some point in time, I think it was in 2006, her popularity was severely going down. So the makers decided to give her a new look, which wasn't received that well by everyone, but they did it anyway. So she's been portrayed in a number of ways along the years, and she has a lot of different outfits. So there is no set rule on how she's supposed to look like. But yeah, I'm just drawing the hair now with the stylus, and it came out pretty damn well, if I do say so myself. And I think I'm gonna erase her eye in a minute. I'm not sure. Yeah, I am, because it's bigger than her right one. So I noticed that later on, and it pissed me off. Just drawing her neck there and her clavicles, and I mean, it's not very detail heavy. The drawing took about 2 hours in total. That's the good thing about chicks. They don't have a lot of details, unlike guys, on which you have to draw every single vein and muscle, and it's a pain. So it's nice to draw girls in that sense. Just finishing it up there, and I keep lifting the notepad to look at it straight to see if indeed the eyes are messed up, or if I'm just seeing things. But I should be erasing it any minute. I don't know what I'm doing there. Or maybe I erased... Oh, no, that's right. I erased it while I wasn't recording, so I didn't catch that. But anyway, it's I fixed it. It's pretty good now. So I hope you liked the video, and please visit my channel and subscribe. And I have a bunch of other videos there which aren't on TB's channel, gameplay videos, etc., etc. So do that, please. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.